welcome to Saturday. It is the Shady Pines crew. Different rotation than we usually see, but we are here. Oop, loading. Um, yeah, we have Chloe in mid move right now, so she can't be with us. But Kat is off this weekend. She is out of screen, but she is here. Because she is off of work this weekend and can be with us, but also has a migraine. And I don't know if she's going to be able to stay because the head pains are the owies.
Migraines are fun. Migraines are fun. You know I'm really lying because migraines aren't fun.
They're really not.
They're really not.
Because when I get them, I don't get the luxury of having a migraine when I'm tired, which means that my brain is awake,
Hmm.
which means, yes, I do have to turn off all the lights and the sound, but my brain is awake, which means that I am bored out of my skull, but I can't do anything because it hurts.
So I am hoping to get another flash fiction done today because my goal for camp is to do 30 flash fictions in 30 days. I wrote a thing yesterday that I think is a flash fiction. I'm still very unsure the difference between a treatment for a longer story and a flash fiction. I'm hoping I'm doing the latter. But I have put a new channel over on my Discord called the Flash Fiction Forum, and I have posted the story there. I encourage other people to post their flash fictions there as well. This is a learning experience of pain and misery. As I tell myself, no, you can't expand on that. You only have 1,000 words. No, you can't go off onto that tangent. You only have 1,000 words.
Actually, if I do this, it will make it. I'll use the default background. That might help a little bit. A little more darkness for a cat.
Darkness.
As I'm playing Sims. Also, hi.
Hello. I told everyone you have the brain pain, which is why it's super dark there. But yeah, getting the migraine when the brain is not wanting to sleep and wanting to do something makes it really, really difficult.
Yes. Well, I made the mistake of buying a new game yesterday. Right on the first day of camp, just like, hey, oh, look, they're having a sale on all of their sim games. Let's take a look and see what they have. What is this, honey? I joined a cult. Oh, that looks amazing. Yoink. And now all I want to do is play that game and not actually do my camp projects. So,
Whereas I have been in a deep depression and I managed to force myself to edit yesterday.
is it at least a sexy French depression?
No. It is my people are being oppressed and I can't take it anymore. Depression. The world sucks and I don't want to be in it.
The way I get through that is I put on some Kevin Aviance and just sit back and go, yeah, but you wouldn't have modern dance culture without us. Oppress us all you like, honeys, but if you ever suppress us, we will take all the fun with us back into the darkness from which we came.
We will leave them leave the straights with their line dancing.
Your weddings shall be boring. Your dances shall be stilted and calm. I mean, who's going to make the beats for your rap music? I mean, you really haven't thought about this. Ain't nobody going to tell people where to go because the lesbians aren't going to be there to give directions.
So, and I'm looking at chat and I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff. Just all of us. It is a group meltdown. Oh, and I heart
The
right
only
now.
thing that is preventing me from like going into full meltdown is my sheer enjoyment of Schadenfreude, because I don't know how closely y'all have been following like the Disney "Don't Say Gay" thing, but oh, it's so delicious. Like it's like sweet, sweet candy of darkness. Because their CEO was like, "I am the apolitical CEO. We shall take no stance," and sent like an email out to everybody, being like, "We are not going to talk about this. We are just going to let it wash over us because that's what we do." And then somebody leaked that email out to the world, and that upset like the heads of all of the other departments, and they're like, well, to hell with you then. And so Kevin Feige came out with a very pro LGBT statement, and the current head of Pixar, and down the line, and Pixar's like, well, we're going to put that lesbian plot back into Lightyear because to hell with
Hmm.
you then. And he's just like, but we're not political. And they're like, oh, you're very political. And he found a way to make everybody angry all at the same time by trying to do nothing. And the meltdown, like, he's so in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation now, because no matter what he does, it's too little too late for anybody.
Lovely.
Burn, baby. Burn. You
Disco
brought this on
Inferno.
yourself. And so, it's the little Schadenfreude that just gets you through.
Little shot, little Schadenfreude.
Oh yeah, he's the Max Spaß viel.
Yes, our by its very existence is political.
Mm-hmm. And it is a beautiful thing to just see somebody get burned to the ground for trying to do the like middle of the road thing. And again, evil faceless corporation, all they care about is the monies. But the fact that they have decided that the monies is on our side, that means we've technically won. We're getting there. We are on the right side of history, and eventually the old people will be gone. And I mean, they are weeding themselves out because they're not getting vaxxed. So
Which is another thing that kind of broke me when I heard yesterday. Or um, so my grandmother has money, not like loads and loads, but enough to be able to once every 5 or so years to take her children and grandchildren on a cruise. Um, I can't afford. I mean, yes, the tickets will be paid for, but everything else, it's just I can't afford to actually leave on a vacation. But the depressing part is that I just found out that the cruise is canceled because, see, we have the one cousin who she's not sure if the uh, the 3-year-old will be able to be vaxxed to get on the ship.
oh,
Um, so they can't go because, they have one of their kids is too young, which that's fine. I mean, it's sad that they can't go because of that, because of the vaccination requirements. But the other cousin who is like, no, we're not going because they require vaccinations and we don't believe in them. And it's just like, I'm, why am I staying in this state?
I say that all the time, and then I realize it's crushing debt. I don't know if you're in the same boat as I am, but it's crushing debt. Crushing debt is what keeps me in the state that I'm.
I'm staying because I'm, it's because of my family. If I didn't have family here, I would be somewhere else. And it's becoming easier and easier to mentally separate myself.
Uh, yeah. Very relatable. Ooh, we need to do a remix of Popular that's just relatable. Except we need to find somebody who can actually sing, because that's not me. But
Relatable. Your life is relatable.
right? Because I feel like that's the state that we're all living in. So make a quick stinger, send it out to everybody so they can just play it on the streams. We're like, we have a relatability warning. Flag on the play.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Um, Spence says mostly same. I exist in this town because my family exists in this town, and we've just given up ever being able to be somewhere else. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we haven't paid off the loan for getting the restaurant yet. So, crushing debt. The American dream. We're entrepreneurs and completely slaves to the capitalist system that's making us stay here in a place that's really not safe because we can't afford to pay off the debt that we earn that we incurred just to be part of this privileged class.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
So I do highly recommend Tibetan lion breath just because it is a good emotional release, and that is just to literally let yourself roar on the exhales as loudly and as strongly and as gutturally as you desire. Just breathe in calmly and just let all your emotions out on the out breath. It is very therapeutic.
But yeah, Persephone asks, can those deep breaths come with flames out the nostrils? And I only have one response to that.
You weren't jealous of your
Um,
husband stripping her. That's why you killed him, too.
Yes. Yes, I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so
oh,
much.
Madeline Kahn.
It flames on the side of my face, breathing, breath, heaving breaths, heaving.
But while we were in the billiard room, Miss Scarlett sees your...
Yes, yes, that is everything.
We need that in our lives. Breathing, heaving breaths.
Make him feel the
Because,
roar, Daddy.
because that is how I feel. I have had
Yeah,
a And how do you exist with a boiling rage?
According to my anger management courses that I have been mandated to go through on numerous occasions, by finding a very long, complicated word that you can chant to yourself to bring yourself back to a place of at least centered mind where you know what's going on, and then find something constructive to sublimate all of those feelings into, such as activism or art. This has been your anger management mandate course of the day.
I kind of need it.
Yeah, I picked deoxyribonucleic acid. If you ever hear me say that, just as a complete non sequitur, no, I'm trying not to go Red Hulk and destroy something.
Like defenestration. Probably not the best word to use, but I like the idea of throwing someone through a window. Um, oh.
Oops, you fell out of a window. So sad.
Speaking of which, I saw someone react to Batman Returns.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of reactions, I highly recommend the greatest movie review that has ever been made in the history of movie reviews. Bob Chipman's review of the new Morbius movie is a thing of absolute spiteful beauty. That is the most glorious thing I have ever seen. I have watched it at least 6 times today already. It is so good. It's the big picture review of Morbius. It's so it's beautiful. It's beautiful. He literally spends about 3.5 minutes just standing there humming to himself because literally nothing happens in this movie. I have nothing left to say. There's not even really a movie here to review. There's not even music on in the room right now. I'm just bobbing my head. Maybe I'll add music in later. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just doing this so that I can hit the moment where I can get a second ad to run in this thing because I'm contractually obligated to do that. Like it's so good. It is. I've never seen a movie reviewer just so done with a film ever, and it couldn't happen to a worse project. So yes, I'm here for it. So 10 out of 10 stars. Do recommend the review.
um, but yeah, this. So I got to see some of the best highlight clips from Batman Returns, which I forgot how much I loved that movie because Michelle Pfeiffer is golden.
Yes.
Oh my god! Even just 15 minutes worth of clips was enough to make me miss that movie.
And Christopher Walken's Max Shrek, just so good.
Mm-hmm. Just I think I'm trying to remember it, the moment when Catwoman did a series of flips out of the store, stopped in front of Batman and the Penguin, just went meow, and the building exploded behind her.
Yes.
I think that shaped my entire aesthetic for my life. She put a live bird in her mouth. Yeah.
I thought I would
Uh,
put a link to the review that I was talking about into the chat for y'all if you want to enjoy. Like, I mean, it couldn't happen to a better, worse person because, like, I am so done with the actor whose name I can't even keep in my head anymore, who stars in Jared Leto, who stars in this movie because just may he go away. Just so done.
that bad, huh?
Um, there are many things that I have a hard time forgiving him for, just like that he has just unapologetically done to the universe. And yeah, he's just not. No. Like, can we just stop putting him in things? It would be one thing, like, if they could justify, but he's talented. No, he's not. He really isn't at all. I mean, no.
But just as a throwback, I love the way he leans. And for anyone who doesn't know, that's from his first role.
Yeah.
Way back in the 90s when we all were teenage girls in love with Jared Leto because he was on My So-Called Life and was beautiful and had the floppy hair.
Yeah, I was finally done with him with Dallas Buyers Club. Like, the fact that anyone would take that role that he had just offends me. But because that whole movie should not exist. But
Okay, so I know Spence has seen this because I'm pretty sure I saw it on her timeline. It's only a minute, but this is the guy shooting arrows as different D&D classes, and it is fabulous. And I kind of want your reaction.
Should have cast Hunter's Mark. Okay, I like that. But make mine a double. Look, a distraction! Disengage the flippers! Alright, yeah, so I'm going to flip in, and then I'll shoot an arrow, and then I'll do another flip, and then I'll shoot an arrow, and then I'm going to go in for an unarmed strike, yeah, bam! Oh. By the power, go, Eldritch Smite. Okay, Helm, take the wheel. Oh, Misty Step. No. Have pointy sticks. Some water card. Oh yeah. Just a coin to your agenda. Could I be any more fabulous? Oh, Valley of Plenty.
I thought you would love the Bard.
okay, season 3, Jasker needs to be on a pole at some point. Like, I need pole dancing Jasker. I need this now. Dandelion in the books would totally do that. Like, I'm surprised he hasn't. I feel like you found the greatest flaw in the Witcher series ever. That at no point does Dandelion get on a pole and start dancing.
The Bard was everything. I know, right? Yeah, it was on her timeline at some point. Yeah, Huh.
Oh, that's good. I'm fine. I'm fine. I can breathe. Maybe I can't. I don't know. I'm trying.
Yes, the Bard on the stripper pole, shooting the arrows.
Like, I really feel like combat exotic dancers need to be added to my epic fantasy stat.
Do it. I mean, you already have the tugwaddles.
We got the tugwaddles. We have the murder radishes. Like, we have the magical furries. Like, what would make this universe complete? Magical pole dancers. Like, they come running at you with a pole arm, and you're like, they're going to smack somebody in the face. No, they're going to shove it into the ground, and it's going to root itself, and then they're going to do, like, spin flips and kicks as they spin around on the pole, destroying everything around them.
What
Yes.
What if they weren't a combat class, but a caster class?
Oh.
And the different positions cast spells.
Their bodies.
Instead of hands and instead of magic like this, it's magic with their body.
So they do carry the pole arm, but that is to plant so that they can, cast their spells.
Oh, that just completely changes the whole point and purpose of a wizard staff. Yes. Oh, the setting's gonna be so cursed. and I know exactly who. Oh, okay. So I had a so Harley, which you meet in book zero, Raid, is a, hmm. She's a shadow caster, and I have rough descriptions of how her magic works, but it's not actually shown in that book. So when we meet her in book one, because I could totally see her doing that. Okay, so this may be Harley's grand reveal in book one.
Persephone says Camp Nano challenge one issued. Your camp project must include a bard pole dancer.
Well, see, now I know for a fact I'm not going to write all my flash fictions in one setting because this is definitely the next flash fiction I write.
Yeah, what do you call the positions? Like sigil positions or something?
Yeah, something like that. I will. Ah, let's go world build. Like I just hear Janet in the back of my head. Get your hammer and let's world build.
Could you imagine that would be like the most buff wizard?
Mm-hmm.
Because if the spells required them to like hold a position, and like the more focus and hold, the stronger the spell.
So I don't know if anybody remembers back in the day when the LXD came out, but that was one of the things that I loved about that was they basically were dance wizards. Like each one practiced a different style of dance, and that gave them magical powers, and it was like the coolest thing ever. If you're into that sort of thing.
So what I'm getting is that you kind of need a sprint now.
I don't know if need is the right word, but I definitely have my world building helmet on, and
Damn it.
somehow I feel like
Bless
I
your
need it
soul.
now. Okay, make sure you cram your soul back into your body before we do this.
No, I didn't want to close the. I was in the process of opening up the timer window, and you can't click out of it to mute.
Yeah.
You just have to close the window. And it's like, no, I don't want to back all the way out. It's like, well, then fuck, I'm sneezing. So we will sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. right. Sprint is over. I said the all right while my microphone was still up. So, how did people do during that? I did some stuff, and I joked with Maggie a little bit in chat. Um, I also found some really fun stuff in chapter 4 that I am digging. Um, I think, Kat, did I read to you the stuff about the sister?
Yes, I think so.
So this is another thing bringing her up. She's not actually in the scene, but oh my god. I need to scroll back to get it. Um, so the main character and the projection of the best friend are going to go to the store. Well, the projection of the best friend wants to go to the store and take pictures of items in the store so that they can have uh like food and stuff because they can reproduce all the food. Um and you know, the best friend character is the one that has been the very vocal um voice of morality when it comes to like body autonomy and stuff. But in this case, the best friend is like, we need to go take pictures of all this stuff so we can duplicate it for ourselves.
Hey, that's food. It's fine.
And this is I looked at him sideways. If we take pictures of store merchandise to make copies of it, isn't that stealing? I thought you were Mr. Morality. First, they're not losing product, and they can still sell it all. Second, we're going through the food aisles, and eating is just a basic human necessity. The fact that these companies treat it like a luxury people can just go without if they jack up the prices means they can fuck right off. The profit margins on basic necessities are designed to make sure the poor people stay that way. I chuckled. You've been listening to your sister. The little communist has a point sometimes.
I have nothing to disagree with any of that on.
And that is why I love his sister.
So what happened was, I I was like, how am I going to get into the mindset to write this story? So of course I put on "Rhythm Is a Dancer" by Snap and turned on infinite play mode, so it would be nothing but not like 90s dance pop music after that, and decided, oh, this has to be about a femboy fox and their warrior companion fighting against epic odds.
Okay.
So I have started telling the story about my pole dancing femboy fox, who is going to just lay them all to waste with their magical pole dancing.
Lovely.
As you do. The settings either going to be amazing or so cursed. Everyone will run away from. I don't know which, but I don't care anymore. I also went down a rabbit hole because I was like, I need to know exactly what kind of fox.
And
And
what does he say?
I know what foxes say. It's horrible, and I will destroy my throat if I try to actually make that sound. If you want to imitate the sound of a fox, stab yourself in the knee repeatedly with a knife, and you will make a sound similar to a fox. Fox sounds are horrifying, and they sound like somebody's dying.
True.
But I specifically picked a gray fox because gray foxes have really pretty silver fur, but on their chests, so to highlight the décolletage, it's like a bright red orange fur. So perfect for a femboy fox.
Hmm.
pole dancer wizard that I'm still trying to figure out the name of. What am I going to call that? I love my life sometimes.
I was looking for something, but I can't find it. Can't find it fast enough.
Okay, that's too much even for me, but I loaded. So I've been using various random things from Fantasy Name Generator, and I was like, well, I'll start with the magic user names, and it's just way too on point to call them the hokey pokey. But I will probably be writing that down as an option. That may be too far even for me. I don't know.
My brain was like, well, he's a fox. How about yip hop hooray? Or just yip hop.
Ooh,
That actually kind of works.
kind of does. I don't know what you two cats are doing, but it's weird. They're looking at each other. They're just like hurting each other with their eyes. They're looking at each other and then, like, I guess getting the cold chills or something because they're meowing and jumping straight up in the air and then staring at each other again. Like, they're not even touching. Like, my staring contest goes wrong or something. I don't know.
So, anyone else vote for yip hop for the character name?
I was also trying to name the what this class of magic users is called, and I'm leaning very heavy on the Allura.
Persephone votes I. I'm trying. Oh, wait, no. That I don't know. Are you using the idea for the when they hold the position? It's a spell.
Yes, but
So
they twist their body into a sigil, and
yeah.
so they may actually go through multiple forms quickly to make
Hmm.
multiple sigils to combine together,
Yep. I was thinking the same thing.
or if they like have like a sigil of protection that they just have to just hold it, just hold it, don't lose grip on the ball.
Oh God, my brain. That one is when they're when they're sitting on the top of the pole. And they actually, in order to keep the protection up, they actually have to clench around the pole. With their-
The first physical feature that is described of this character is their tail, because
the sigil Kama Sutra. Kind of.
so I will not guarantee that the character's name will be Yip Hop, but I will find a way to work that into the story. That's one of the things that I've added to the list of things that I
Ooh,
will.
call it Sutra magic.
Hmm,
Because it's holding positions.
I will add that to the list. Okay, you are terminally online when you type down, "Is this Sutra magic?" And can you just read it back to yourself and you see the image of the dude with the glasses holding the butterfly?
Uh-huh.
I may spend too much time online.
Maybe. But also, what Maggie and I were talking about during that sprint was sort of the same idea as the pole magic, but it's yoga. And she said, "Would downer facing dog be a less magic spell?"
I mean, back in the club, I mean,
I said, would it be called something like rectal summon?
whew, it's that time again. All the twinks are in heat.
I've seen that video. That, um, oh God, what's his last name? It's Michael. It's one of his videos. He actually did that. All the twinks got down with their asses in the air.
Oh, Persephone, I know. I have a friend who like does not do the internet at all, and I realized when he had a very confused look on his face, and I had to retranslate everything that I said out of meme because I did not realize that I was basically speaking in like you had to know all of the references that I was making to really bizarre, cursed side of the internet meme culture to get any of the things that I was saying.
Michael Henry. That's the YouTuber's name.
Popsicle.
Popsicle.
So, Kat, I'm just saying, I feel like this is like I don't know how to make it a not be taken as a cursed thing online, but there's something about eating popsicles in the dark that just seems like a goth meme that needs to happen. Like I just know like Rule 42 will be invoked at some point, but um
She needs a pillbox hat with a veil.
yes.
Like a mesh veil.
And now I just have a really weird DM to send to Orphea. Like, see, the best part is there's a 10-second delay between what we're doing and what's actually going on the stream. So I was like, oh, I need to see that face again. I just turned over to the other monitor. Oh, there it is. Yes. I need so many memes of the disapproving face of Cat. Like, it might make me a better person if I just have like Cat doing random disapproving faces on a monitor next to me while I'm trying to work and just be like, "You're right. You're right. This is totally not what I should be doing right now."
You may be cool, but you'll never be eating a popsicle in the dark cool.
Right?
No, see, the day is not complete without the disapproving cat stare.
It really isn't.
Cat's, what the fuck is wrong with you, face?
And the sad thing is, I earn them way too much.
Me too.
Just imagine how many times you earned it last Saturday when I was at work, not listening to this.
I feel like your coworkers thought something was really wrong in your private life because you just had disappointed face constantly, and they're just like, "Okay, nobody bothered Kat right now. She's going through things. She's so like I don't know what it is, but just like give her a wide berth. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. Somebody kicked her puppy, and she's about to go on a murder rampage."
Okay, so this has the thing that I was talking about. It's the Michael Henry video that's got the the twinks in heat. Let's Not
Oh, my
this
feet
way.
are about to get so sweaty. I have both the cats laying on them now.
Oh, I was like, that is a strange way of
It's like almost
getting
70.
turned on.
No, it's like 70 degrees out, so I have the house open to like keep it from getting like too hot in the house, and now I've got like a fur coat on a heavy, thick fur coat on both my feet.
Okay, so here this is.
Michael.
Oh, Daniel.
Hey, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in weeks.
Oh, yeah, you look different.
It must be my new wardrobe.
No,
I've been doing Pilates.
no,
I started meditating, and I finally found inner peace and happiness for the first time in my life.
no.
Well, then I don't know what it is.
You know what it is.
What?
It's this! You've got a beard now!
Michael, you're accosting me!
Oh, yeah, because I thought you were one of us. I thought that you were femme.
I am.
No, you're not. Just look around you. They've already found you.
How? Who are they?
They're the gay bottom mafia. They can smell you're exuding testosterone now.
This is ridiculous and problematic. Gay men are a little more mature than this.
Not really.
I'm not even that masked. I promise I'm still femme.
Oh, really? Show me your chest. Clear your throat. Say something mean to me.
Fuck you.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're fully formed. Do not say here.
Oh, Michael, what am I gonna do? I can't top all these men. I have errands to run.
It's too late. They've already found you and located you on the top finder apps. The Hungry Hungry Bottoms. They've already dropped your pin and shared your location across the board. Oh, look! You made a woman horny. Are you proud of yourself?
Oh my god, no! It's just a beard. Is it really that powerful?
Yes. It's your entire sexual persona now. Now you're straight passing.
But I'm not even a top. I watch Bravo.
Oh, say something else. Louder.
I'm a ballet instructor for the disabled.
No, that had the opposite effect. Say something else. They're lubricating.
I didn't vote.
Shit. I got dressed for this.
You didn't? Huh?
No, I just moved here from Texas and I was busy.
Too busy to have your voice heard. I see.
Yeah. Is that a buzzkill? Is it working?
Oh yeah, it worked all right. All of our anuses just went like this. I am going to go to another park. Pizza? Yeah, let's go. On him. I got his credit card.
Wait, what?
I got dressed for this. Oh my goodness, that's just all the wrongs. Relatable. Why you gotta be so relatable?
You made a straight woman horny. Are you happy?
I once watched a twink cry because of that. When he realized that, like, he had crossed the line into heteronormative attractive status and was like, no! And then, of course, we comforted him.
Oh, yes, that and the companion piece where the old friend comes back and is a twink now. Are like the funniest things. He says to the twink to prove that he's a twink. Quick, cry for help, and the twink goes, "Daddy."
Oh, Daddy. Forgive me, Daddy, because I've been bad. So if the local priest keeps upsetting me the way he has, I am going to go to confession and do that. And I'm not
Dad-
going to stop. I'm actually going to give my confession and just see how long it takes him to melt like I just opened the Ark of the Covenant.
But you don't say I have sinned. You said I've been naughty.
Of course.
Daddy, I've been naughty.
Oh, Daddy, I've been so naughty.
Oh, I needed that laugh. I forgot how absolutely funny that was.
Yes. No.
False alarm, not home with groceries yet. Do we need the twink one?
I don't know. I don't think I can handle that.
Cat shaking her head. So well, we could sprint. I mean, that's an option as well.
That is all I can think of is like we need to start a new channel that's the two of us, just a full-on reactor channel that's just the two of us being extra.
Except, the problem is, I've like seen everything.
That makes it even better because you can prepare your snark ahead of time. Because the only thing that makes gay humor better is when it's tired, upset, and just slightly disappointed gay humor.
Be right back. I have to get my resurrection rolls out of the oven.
Well, you know, not everybody has Phoenix down just lying around.
I don't know what resurrection rolls are.
Um, I believe they are a variant of the hot cross bun.
Oh, so they would have crosses on them.
Except for I believe that they're actually rolled up with nummy nums in the middle rather
I like
than being made
I like
into a bun.
Minums.
Persephone's, I'm probably too pagan for those.
If I can just quote one of my favorite priests of all time, no one's ever too pagan. You just might be secretly Catholic. And I just stared at him and he was just like, what? You know? And I'm like, yeah, kinda.
Okay, Catholicism is the most witchy religion I have ever encountered.
Right?
Never
Like,
will encounter.
there's so many times that I have to preface things with, I am not a Nordic pagan, but I am not a fill in the blank pagan, but like it can be hard to distinguish sometimes. It's just, you know. There's an odd amount of overlap, especially if you're all into the Celtic stuff like I am. Like, I'm technically not a Celtic pagan, but I may have dreams
Oh,
about Bridget and her cows.
Bridget who?
Saint Bridget, who's like most of her miracles are related to cows. Like, they're amazing. Like, apparently, the cows aren't giving milk. Cows, you should give milk. Oh no, we're flooded in milk. Like, she's just like all the like if your cows are having trouble,
So the dairy miracles.
it was quite upsetting to read how many dairy miracles were related to her. Like, apparently she once made cheese. And I don't mean like she made cheese. She was like, people are hungry. What are we going to do? And she turned the milk into cheese. Like, this is her water into wine trick. And I'm just like, oh, we could so use you at a banquet. Like, that would be so good. Like, we've run out of cheese. Get Bridget the milk. And it's apparently really good cheese. See, the fun thing about Bridget is there was an actual, probably historical figure with the same name, but Irish people being Irish people, they're like, we also have a god by that goddess by that name, so we're just going to conflate the two. Is that okay with you? Like, we really don't care, but we're going to do it anyway. And so they did. And now you understand all of Irish history.
She farted.
Sorry, I just imagined a goddess like having just a little bit of a moment and everybody trying not to say anything so they don't get struck dead by lightning.
They like put someone forward and said, and was like, are just like, he did it.
It was definitely Bob.
Bob farted. Bob, that stinks. Don't do that again, Bob. And the goddess is there knowing that she farted. Yet she strikes him down anyway.
One of my favorite moments in Sophia's latest video is she's preemptively trying to like go around one of the like asshats who's constantly like, why are you so unprofessional? And while talking about how this person talks about her being unprofessional, she just belches constantly through it. And she's like, I don't know why he would say that. And now back to the video. I'm just like, girl, I love you so much. That's how you do.
So, shall we do what we do and do a sprint?
This femboy fox is not going to dance their way to freedom on their without a sprint. I mean,
I'm trying to think because I was like, okay, so the magic is like some sort called some sort of sutra, but my brain can't make the first word, can't like concoct it. Sigil Sutra.
oh yeah, there are gunshots outside.
Let me look up synonyms for O's.
I'm just pointing that out because soon I'll have to mute my mic because there will be sirens. Because anytime there's gunshots over at the apartments, there are sirens. Because even when they're just like playing with their guns and not actually trying to kill each other, somebody gets hurt. They're bad at it.
Affectation Sutra.
Oh Lord, I feel like that's gonna be book 2 when you meet the ultra gay sky god who's trying to destroy the world through fabulousness. Like, I don't know what a turn is here for, but I'm here for the party. Are you gonna stay and dance, or are we gonna fight?
Or are they going to have a dance battle?
You know they're gonna have a dance battle at some point.
He has to have the dance battle with Foxboy.
Such a sexy queer self.
Not Yip Hop.
Oh, is that a thing?
Kit Hop. Because Kit is a fox.
This is true.
Although Yip Hop sounds better. I'm torn now.
I'll put them both down and we'll see which one makes it into the final draft. Well, actually, we will be seeing which one makes it into the super scary zero draft, which I will be posting over in my Discord in the fanfiction forum channel. At your own risk.
It's not fan fiction, it's flash fiction.
Flash fiction. I know, I keep doing that. See, fan fiction I could write. Flash fiction, this is just weird. But even my fan fictions are like sprawling epics that I'm never gonna finish. So like,
You just became a mobster. So yeah, I said yeah.
every now and then, when appropriate, the rhythm's not only a dancer, it's also a gangster.
Ooh,
Ooh.
kinesthesia. Will you give me like the entire thing?
No.
That is a fun word.
The sense that detects bodily position, weight, or movement of the muscles, tendons, and joints.
I mean, there are mechanical people in the world, so they may have joists.
Is it the Kinesthesia Sutra?
Welcome, my children, to the kinesthetic arts.
Kinesthetic mages. That sounds good. That gets my righty senses tingling. Jay said he wants the entire thing.
I
See?
think new world building articles are about to appear.
Poof, poof, poof. As opposed to our stream when we have it, when we react to all the gay things, then it's just poof, poof, poof.
I was thinking it. I wasn't going to say it.
And I cannot read this sentence without being dirty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cat, can
How
you
many
read it?
layers of glaze do you need to put on these rolls? Because, like, the resurrection rolls, like, how many layers do these require of glaze?
Enough sugar to bring you back from the dead. And if you're not already dead, to kill you.
Well, then they're just diabetes rolls. Sadly, I was thinking it too.
Is that sad, though?
All the innuendo. Okay, I've
Which
been
is a great
threatening.
album by Queen.
I have been threatening this sprint for quite a while now.
Uh-oh, the sprint's going to sprint.
2 layers of glaze. It's just bringing me to the how many licks does it take?
The world may never know because we keep losing count. Oops, gotta do it again.
I'm a horrible person. I am not saying that out loud.
Maggie, I know it says because twice glazed, but I read it as twice blazed.
Not the work. Yeah, so I have this goal to get this chapter finished being read today, and it's not that long, and I still haven't like gotten more than a third of the way through it, and I've had all fucking day.
I don't know why, but I really want to say that's what he said.
Like, I think actually, let me just do a quick word count. Yeah, it's 3304 words. I should be able to read that in one day.
Technically.
It's been that kind of day. It really has. And every time I turn around, there's someone else to chat with. And I'm
Okay. So start the timer.
okay, fine, Mom.
Beware the disapproval of cats shall come for you. It shall haunt you in your dreams.
In 3, 2, 1, do the shit. Beepity beep. We are done with that spree. And I did the reading like I was supposed to. What? I don't know if you're saying anything.
So
That's weird. It's like dropping out every other word.
Yeah. I'm just like, I, 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 I
I
don't
can
want to
hear
say,
the
I don't want to say what again. I know it's annoying when I can't hear. I get that from people all the time when my audio processing disorder is acting up.
can you hear me now?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I had said that my YouTube tab unmuted itself.
Oh.
So I like heard everything you said twice. I was like, am I hearing everything twice?
That might be why the sound was messing up. Yes, I finished my reading. I only found one paragraph that is just like, ooh, this needs some line editing bad.
Kind of like the sentence that I was finishing typing. They raced up the stairs of the collapsing tower, fighting off the steady stream of guards who didn't care at all how much they protested that they made a mistake and just wanted to get through so the guards could take care of the mess they accidentally created. Yeah,
That was a little word soupy.
yeah. The problem is my brain wants to be funny, and I'm just like letting it do whatever it wants. It's a zero draft.
Yeah, and definitely save the line editing for when it
Yeah,
is
it can be
needed.
pretty later.
Yes.
But I'm just like,
Um,
wow, that entire sentence is one. Well, that entire paragraph is one very long sentence.
yeah, I've just got a bunch of like conversational paragraphs and then this one that's like uh all of a sudden it's an explanation. It's like a definition. I'm just like, no, no, honey, no.
So basically, the story became about a adventuring group's oopsie doodle that they're desperately trying to survive.
Makes sense.
Like so far, my favorite line in this entire thing. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Um, of course, Rehavan didn't ask all the relevant questions. When someone begs you with tears in their eyes to free their nephew from captivity, the next obvious question isn't, are they a homicidal wizard bent on world domination with a penchant for killing whoever they meet?
How could you forget to ask that?
Well, from now on, maybe that question should be added to the list of screener questions. I don't know. My brain's trying to be funny, and it's not funny, but I'm just letting it pretend. Like
It's a little bit funny. This feeling inside.
it's kind of like climbing the rope in gym class.
Oh, we'll take references Cat won't get for 300, Alex.
Mm, I feel like that's a growing part of my repertoire.
As we get older, yes, we will have more and more. Actually, we will have the exact same jokes, and the audience will get younger and younger.
Just feeling inside. Lol.
Yes, yes. We all know we're old. most of us.
Well, see, my body knows it's old. My brain just refuses to accept this. My brain's like, I don't feel older. I mean, I feel more tired, but that's not the same thing, right? Like, is getting old just getting tired?
Then I must be ancient.
You are ill. There's a difference. Okay, this is calling me out. If I was a Care Bear, I'd have a taco on my belly.
Oh, that just hurts me a little bit on the inside.
Well, considering my inability to digest meat or beef, it hurts me on the inside too.
Oh no, I'm just remembering back to when my friend Kim decided to turn all of us into Care Bears because she was just having a moment and wanted to sketch things. And remembering everybody's little tummy symbol and why she picked it.
It sounds like you are not happy with your tummy symbol.
Well, I mean, not entirely. Mine was a gravestone. And when I asked her why it was a gravestone, she said, because you're the life of the party, duh. And there was not fighting that immediately ensued on after that, but it did feel very relatable.
Not even gonna click it. Politics trending, Bobert. Nope.
I was Gloomy Bear. That's what she decided to call me.
Oh, speaking of Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene, um, Sarah Palin is running for Congress.
Well, the good news is, if she continues up her political track record, if she wins, she'll only serve for 1 year and then get bored and run off to shoot wolves from a helicopter. So,
How much to get Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nicole Boebert wolf costumes?
I mean, all she does is like quit halfway through anything. Like, she got a reality TV show and then she quit, and then she got a Fox News host gig and then she quit, and then like that's all she does is quit. So, the great American hero.
Speaking of Fox News host, you know who got a new position over there?
Yes, the greatest transphobe in the world.
Uh huh. If only the wolves could shoot her from helicopters.
I like to think of Caitlyn Jenner as the queen of white privilege.
Quite possibly, yes.
Because if you actually listen to the subtext of everything that she says, it's being born white and having a lot of wealth. I have never experienced any of these problems. Like, that's the moral of all of her stories, is because I'm white and rich, I don't know what these people are talking about.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, girl, maybe it's because you're white and rich.
Quite possibly.
Like, we can't all afford the surgeons that you got to work on your face, Caitlin. Though I would really like to know who they are, because your cheekbones are to die for. Like, I need them cheek implants. Where do I get them?
And she's passed on her values to her children.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. At least one of the Kardashian kids solved all the problems in the world by giving a cop a Pepsi. So, I mean, at least that happened.
Did you hear the apology or what the apology was for the get a job?
Yes.
The I'm sorry you took it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all my problems are because I don't have enough work. Yes. How dare I? How dare any of us? Oh, Kim. One of these days, your Brazilian butt lift is going to fall and we're all going to laugh as these giant flaps are bouncing on the back of your knees. And it will be funny.
Gaslighting. She might want to look that shit up.
Just a wee little bit. Just a touch. Just a skosh. Just a skosh.
So I picked up some melatonin gummies that have ashwagandha in them.
Mm.
Um, but like seconds after I started chewing them, I was like yawning. I was like, I don't need this. But it's too late. It's already going in my system.
What have I done?
But I also I picked up some new Ganesh sticks today that are, what are they called? I don't remember, but they're patchouli and peppermint.
You know, that just sounds like a freedom story. Like,
Patchouli and peppermint.
no, Persephone's Jace is breaking out the melatonins. Yes, they've been trapped for so long, and they need their freedom. Free the melatonins.
You know what you just did?
Hmm?
You just created another race for your book. The
Maggie,
melatonins.
that is a thing that might possibly happen. This fantasy setting is going to be all the wrong, all the wrong. Oh, and is Maggie still here? I
Yep.
may have done artwork that one day I will show you for a thing that's all your fault.
People need to understand that there is white privileged and privileged white, and she is both.
Mm-hmm.
I I know I saw a story today of another very overprivileged white that is trending, and that is Mr. Rittenhouse.
Mm.
Apparently he is going all over Twitter, or it's all over Twitter, that he is claiming that Biden is chickening out on talking to him. It's like, bitch,
Okay, so I may not.
he's the fucking president. Who are you?
So number one, I may not be able to use the M word because he's threatening to sue everybody who uses the M word, but I can say you killed people. Like I would not want to be in the room with somebody who, like, you know,
Hmm.
like the Secret Service might be like that could be risky.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and other people were saying it too. I haven't killed anybody, and I don't expect that that the president is going to, set aside some time to speak to me.
I only met one president ever, and that's because I used to live outside of DC, and it was Bill Clinton. And I understand all of Monica's sins, but anyway, that man had charisma. I'm just saying, like he had a way of like looking into your eyes, and you're like, "Yes, master." Like he, like,
Oh, you got an eyebrow lift from Cat from that.
I'm just saying, like I understand Monica so much, but like I don't expect any of the other like that was literally one of the things where we just happened to be on the line. He decided to get out of the car and go shake hands with people.
Uh-huh.
Like it was a purely random thing because I'm a nobody like you, Kyle.
Hmm. It's like, no, you don't understand the 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 previous administration was lifting you up as their poster child
Yeah.
because of your moral corruption. That doesn't mean that the new administration has any feelings for you whatsoever.
And frankly, I like the idea of a boring government. Like, I think boring government is the best government because,
Hmm.
like, I should be able to live my life and not have to think about them.
Right.
Like, honestly, like, if somebody wanted to get my vote, all that would have to do is make a campaign ad and be like, I am not a hateful monster and I will be dull. Okay, take my vote. Just, like, it's such a low bar right now. Just like, I don't want to see you in the headlines. I don't want to be thinking about whether you and the governor had a sex dungeon together. I don't want to be thinking about any of these things.
It's kind of what was happening in Michigan with our previous governor, Snyder, the Ferengi, where yes, he was a Republican, and yes, he was all about money and jobs, but it was one of those situations where he was just like, he went into office saying, yeah, I really don't care about minority issues, and I am not going to roll anything back, but I'm not going to do anything for them. But, so we're not going to make any progress in either direction with that stuff, so don't think about that. I'm all about the money in the business. And for a lot of us it was just like, fine, fine,
That
whatever.
is an abject villainy. Like, I feel like, especially living in Missouri, like all of our candidates are, do you vote for the cartoonish supervillain? Do you vote for the Disney villain? Or do you vote for that boring guy who's not going to win, but it would be boring and that would be wonderful? Speaking of boring but would be wonderful, the House passed weed legalization. So contact your senators and be mean. Like, full legalization has been passed by the House. Like, not just decriminalization, legalization, as in people that are in jail solely on a possession will be immediately released and have their records expunged. And anybody who is served time for simple possession will have their records expunged. Like,
Nice.
actual legalization. So it has passed the House. It is in the Senate where Ted Cruz will probably kill it.
Don't forget his best friend, Mr. Mansion.
I'm just saying, if I had a choice between the idiots around here either smoking pot or drinking alcohol, I would rather them sitting in their house with the munchies trying to figure out how car keys work than driving around terrorizing things and shooting things randomly. Like,
So I have kind of given the mansion situation some thought, and it came to my mind that he's representing West Virginia,
no, West Virginia.
where like the big moneymaker is coal.
Yep.
So he is not actually going back on his job in representing his state, which sucks.
I mean, it's too late for us to do anything about the environment anyway. Like, not that we shouldn't try, but like, we've already passed the threshold of can we reverse this? No. Okay. Like, it's all about mitigation now. Like all things, but
One day Mother Earth will get pissed off at us enough and say, fuck you, and take back over. It's fine.
Yes, the happening.
I
We will be living the happening.
I will be so mad if the best that the Earth can come up with is chasing us with the wind. Like, Because I'm sorry, if Mark Wahlberg can outrun the wind, then Mother Nature, you did wind wrong.
They did pass the daylight savings thing. Yay. She's already doing that. Yeah. Um I hate to be like super pessimistic and solipsistic, but
Oh,
but I'm gonna be. Um all the saving the planet stuff, I'm at an age now where I'm going to be dead before it's a problem.
I hope I won't be. That's only like 20 years away. I hope to make it to my 60s.
Um yeah,
I
so
just think we need some more like meat rain. Like maybe we can wake up some of these like fundamentalist areas because like it's happened in the past, like just randomly rained meat on people, and we still don't know exactly how it rained meat on people. Like we have theories. They think it like a tornado sucked a bunch of stuff up in the sky and ripped it up into little pieces and threw it back down. But that's only a theory. We don't know.
someone
So
shook someone picked up Lady Gaga and shook her.
like we just need some like the weather just needs to get creative because the storms aren't working. So like some meat rain, have it rain some frogs. Like suddenly have the Rocky Mountain locust come out of extinction and surprise everybody. Just like some wild stuff.
She should be shitting toads raining down on everybody. When
Exactly.
they land, where whatever they hit explodes in a shit bomb. The stink cannot be washed off.
That's like mud season around here.
Can she send it to Washington first?
Okay, how have we not talked about how Madison Cawthorn was like, dude, the Republicans are having orgies with cocaine? And I'm just like, how are you surprised about this? Like, I love the like feigned naivete and all of the pearl clutching, and I'm just like, girl, I lived near DC. Like, do you know where the best place to buy cocaine is? It's a block away from the Capitol building. Like if you need drugs, you go. It doesn't matter any street corner, a block away from the Capitol. There's somebody there with a smorgasbord for your enjoyment. Okay, and I mean the good stuff because people need to fuel up on their way to do the governmenting. Like this is not a surprise. How are you surprised?
Hey. I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that the Republicans were super upset with that. M- Less because he said it was happening, and more because he didn't name names, which meant he implicated all of them.
Yes, and like again, I live near DC. You want to know some fun facts about DC? Washington DC has been stopped by the US Congress from changing their age of consent. The age of consent in Washington DC is 15. And every time the city of Washington DC has tried to raise their age of consent, Congress has slapped them down.
And I thought that, you know, with roughly, I would say, half of the country being 16 was kind of low.
Washington is a very fun place because, again, fun fact. Did you know no city member of Congress or the Senate is required to follow the laws of the United States?
Yeah.
unless they are specifically listed as someone that the law applies to, they have made themselves above the law. They have exempted themselves from all laws. Congress critters speed like monsters because they can get away with it. They park however the hell they want because they can get away with it. They do whatever they want because they, again, can get away with it. Like, if you want to understand corruption, just find somebody who has lived in or around Washington and say, so, Congress. And they will have stories. Like, I remember there was this one guy that we actually campaigned for, and his entire platform, which he did not go through with because all of Congress laughed at him when he actually proposed a bill, was that he was going to get a bill passed that Congress had to follow its own laws. He did introduce it twice and then gave up, but they laughed at him. Like, why would we do this?
Okay. I am getting the drowsy.
Why am I surprised? Hello, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
Jace has freed the melatonins.
I have freed them. That they can run.
But they can't hide.
So I think, yes, we are ending like now. Um,
This is the end.
because
Beautiful friend.
I need to sleep. I really need to sleep really, really bad.
I gotta try to finish this story about pole dancing superheroes.
The fact that we came up with that on the stream.
I needed a prompt, and this is a good one. Because right now they're having a problem because they're in this narrow hallway and they just don't have the room to do it. So they got to get out so that they can let their body fly. I have a sweet spot for Jim Morrison.
Okay, that was it. My brain just completely hiccuped. Um, okay, I am getting the dumbs and don't know what to say anymore, so I will say good night and goodbye, and thank you all for coming.
Ciao, adieu, aviters, and good night.